Alright, it's a new week. So yesterday was Monday, 16th January. So this is a week forecast for this week. Yesterday was a bank holiday, no trading, nothing at all. Markets closed at 1 p.m. So that it was what it was, and the forecast is coming today. This ahead of the session. It's 10 minutes to the opening bell, and I'm doing this weekly forecast on the nasdaq. So at this point in time, this monthly candle, this is a monthly chart. The monthly candle is likely to close bearish. If we were to do anything bullish, I would have been looking for previous monthly low to see close above it and then continue higher for this target, but that's being validated as we speak. Price is looking more likely to be targeting the 24,150.00 level because it seems we're going to have a bearish close to the month. I was looking for bullish signatures because we're in the period of time where the seasonal tendencies are bullish, and as it stands, maybe we're getting bearish early. I was expecting the high to form around March or so, but if the high is forming now, that's still okay. I'm looking at the weekly chart now, so I'm going down to the weekly chart. So on the weekly chart, you could see the arrays are labeled as last line of defense, this right here. So this new week opening gap is the last line of defense. I don't want to see it disrespected. I don't want to see this week close below it if we're going to be bullish. If we're bearish, that would be a strong signature showing weakness, and the target will be 24,150 even. So I can already see this already being disrespected on the lower time frame, so I've moved my drawn liquidity from here to this. So this is my new drawn liquidity. I'm more bearish than bullish on this market. If I'm being honest, I'm more neutral, but that's based on seasonal tendencies. But then I'm sticking to the bearish side because it looks heavy and price is declining. So at this point, that's my target. I'm looking for lower prices. Anything on the buy side is going to be counter higher time frame, and in line with the higher time frame will be looking for sell side. So the next thing to look at is the daily chart. Now on the daily chart, there's this suspension block right here that price has resisted. I was expecting this to be inverted and use it higher, but we did not. So price stayed below with the bodies of the candle below the suspension block. It rejected the new day opening gap and traded below this last week's new week opening gap. So price is trading below that. So trading and closing let me put that there. So this is a 4-hour annotation. I'll read it when I go down to a 4-hour chart, but for now the daily chart is looking likely to trade to this rejection block. We rejected this rejection block and moved higher. I thought bullish was coming to the market, but I see a lot of weakness, so the target is most likely 24,150 again. And this is the last line of defense. This week is a weekly discount week, cost encroachment, and this array, the price is blocking it, but you can see it LLOD, last line of defense, new week opening gap. And see this new week opening gap support price and keep it higher if there's going to be any bullishness coming back to NQ. Disrespecting and closing below this array is bearishness. So if today closes below that, bearish long term. But for now, I'm already bearish due to the fact that the 1-hour time frame and 4-hour time frame are already disrespecting those arrays. I'll drop down to the 4-hour time frame now so you see that. So on 4-hour time frame, you can see the structure. You can see this 4-hour inverted fair value gap. It is serving as resistance and selling price lower. There's another block here, selling price lower. Price is respecting bearish arrays and disrespecting bullish arrays, and I see trading and closing above the 4-hour inverted fair value gap. This one, that would really go a long way for longs, and if we're going for longs, these highs are too clean, these highs are too clean, but then the state of delivery is bearish, so I'm holding a bearish bias and looking for lower prices at the moment. So my weekly forecast is bearish. I'm looking for lower prices, and the price point I'm looking at is 24,150.00, and the only thing that will invalidate that bearish stance is trading and closing above this 4-hour inverted value gap. That's the only thing that can get me back to considering buy side liquidity. For now, the focus is sell side liquidity. Now, also staying below the weekly open. The weekly open is from here, so it comes in around 24,785 and 3/4. Staying below that opening price is bearish for the nasdaq. I'll drop down to the 1-hour time frame, and you can see price is marking time consolidating within this new week opening gap. That is bearish. I don't want to see the bodies closing in here if we're going to be bullish. So at this point, everything is pointing down to 24,150 even. So that's the higher time frame perspective I'm taking into the lower time frames. And hopping down to the 15-minute chart, took a trade in pre-market. Yes, it was a counter higher time frame bias trade because it was a long. I'll get that documented, but then for now I want to outline the mini opening price right here. So that's the mini opening price. It comes in at 24,622 and 3/4. Also the 8:30 opening price, that comes in at 24,609 and 1/4. So those are the prices we're looking at for the session. I'm noting Asian highs and low as well. Asian high comes in here. Given I'm bearish, I don't want to pay too much attention to it, but depending on the order flow we see, especially with the 15-minute regular trading hours and the probabilities for 70% opening range gap fill, that will determine a lot. So I'm just outlining the key levels. At this point, this is going to be pre-market low, given that we're opening in a few seconds or rather a few minutes. So I'm noting this as pre-market low, and this is going to be pre-market high. So the high and low after 7 a.m. 7 a.m. is right here, 7 a.m. So the highest high and lowest low within that time period is what I'm marking out. So pre-market high comes in here, pre-market low goes there. London's high is not yet taken. Very important high. I actually thought it would be taken by now. My pre-market trade was targeting that level and it did not get taken. So I see that as an inducement. I can probably run up there, but Asia was so weak. London just retraced into this range for inefficiencies and we have displaced lower. So I would like to see NQ run even lower for pre-market lows, probably after sweeping pre-market highs and London session highs as Judas, and aiming for sell-side liquidity. And there's also regular trading hours liquidity that we should look at now. Let me hop over to regular trading hours right here. So price is currently trading around 24,654, which is right here, just below the 15-minute rejection block on the regular trading hour time frame. So on regular trading hours, this is how we have the chart. The open has not yet occurred, so we're looking at pre-open. So I'm noting on this chart that the 15-minute regular trading hour chart is bearish at this point. For bullishness, I demand to see a gap up that takes NQ above at least 24,900, which comes in around here, 24,900. That's somewhere here. So I want to see this fair value gap disrespected, immediate rebalance disrespected, and price seeking the inefficiency at this consequent equation of the 1-hour CB and the liquidity at this New York PM high. That would be bullish for the session. Price opening right now and it's opening below. So during the opening range as usual, I'm looking to see if price will trade back to midpoint of this opening range gap, and that's the first point of study. So opening range gap, we closed here and we opened right here. So mid gap is the first point of study, and let's see how we get a session. Wish you the best, stay strong.